What up, family?
Good.
Good to see you, man.
You too, of course.
Definitely. Episode 001. You know, I appreciate you sitting down with me because it's the first of, you know, the joint. So I appreciate you taking the time and doing this.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, man.
It's always another opportunity, you know, that I'm thankful for. So,
Thanks.
yeah, happy to be here.
Most definitely, man. So I was going to like take it back to when we first kind of linked for that first time. You know, back in 2016 when we did the curated show. The event was basically like we teamed up photographers with different artists of different mediums. And I forgot who we had you pair
When
with.
you did it, oh yeah, the pair. That was cool. I ain't gonna lie. Can I be honest?
Please.
I think it was just probably because of the person
That you
who I was paired up with, and it's not their fault. It was just like we didn't. You know, I was like I said, it was probably me for real. Like I was in a whole nother headspace at that point. I was like getting, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
But it was still a good experience. The event went well from what I remember. Like I was, like I said, I got like it was just like I ain't have no balance then. I was such a kid, but
yeah. Truthfully. Yeah. Speaking as such, how do you feel like you evolved from that time period? Like, what was a little bit more that was going on with you in that time, and then like bring us up to now, type shit?
Of course, I was like painting. I was just less focused. Now I feel like I'm way more intentional with my time and what I'm trying to do. Obviously, I've gotten older. That's a blessing. Yeah. What else? Did that answer the question, my man?
It did. No, it did. It definitely
did.
That's a lot of time. Between 2016 and 2023, a lot of years have passed.
Lots of traveling.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
What was one of your biggest like reflections on traveling, or memories, or like connections that you can like think about with traveling between that time?
Just really, I don't know. I'm a people watcher, so really just experiencing these new places. That was fire.
Yeah.
That was fire. And then I did a lot of traveling during the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know.
You lived on the East Coast for a minute, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm born and raised.
True. Where at? Where are you?
11, Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore.
Yeah, and then I moved to Atlanta. Like 12 through high school, through all of high school. Then I did a little bit of college, and then moved to Chicago.
Bet.
And then been here ever since. And then left for like a year or two, and then came back again. So yeah, all of this stuff all these places are home.
Definitely, I love that.
All these places are home.
I love that. And running into you again in front of the shop those few months back when we linked again, that was so crazy because I feel like we hadn't really linked since back then, you know, since them years. And to have that same connection, that same energy, like yo, like, and just immediately just like in sync, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It was good.
Yes, sir.
It was good energy. And Starve Rock doing that.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, I haven't. That's crazy. Yeah, we did. That was a lot of walking too.
It was.
That was a lot of walking.
I wasn't expecting all that walking. Jay kind of didn't let us know how much walking.
Yeah.
It was decent.
Yeah, the little breaks and all that, getting to chop it up again, talk about the future and stuff like that. That was good. That was good.
It was good. Speaking of like, when you say future, I want to like actually start with origin. So like with your origin, like artistically, how did you find yourself in art?
Honestly, for real, like the average kid, just taking art classes, like, you know, it's like required part of like one of your electives in a sense. But even where I grew up at, it wasn't like the average kid was doing none of that shit. My mom was taking me to like symphonies and stuff like that. Had me in what was it, a private school type of thing. Then I did public school, of course, but she kind of had me exposed to those little different pieces of art. You know what I mean? Like, basically kind of putting it where it's like you can do anything that you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's not limited to this community type of thing, like
Yeah.
what you see over here.
Word. So
Yeah.
Moms was pretty instrumental and influential.
Pops
Yeah,
too,
Pops
to be
too.
honest, like before the separation. But yeah.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire to have two parents that believe in you, because so many of us walking around on this planet don't have neither. And to have two that
Right.
really saw your potential.
Right.
Great.
Yeah, and definitely just, I think they just want it better for their kid too as well, which, I think we all want. So I appreciate them for that. I'm thankful. I'm grateful for real.
Definitely, man. Just so are we. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So are
Yes,
we.
sir.
So I was gonna ask you, when it comes to visual art, so was that your first love, or fashion, or both?
I definitely think it was probably, let's just say, fashion, because it was just getting dressed every day, waking up. Even though I was in uniform starting off, but you'll just find out that I feel like that's like the start of it, when you just figuring out what little tweaks you can do to a damn uniform that you're required to wear to a certain, you know what I mean? But you find your little, like, it's like Fresh Prince, remember you put this shit inside out, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that was my little real intro.
Yeah.
But then, just watching TV, comics, and stuff like that. I ain't gonna act like I'm too hip, like the geeked out on it, but I know my shit a little bit.
Yeah.
I got exposed to it enough to be like, oh, it's that. It's something else. It's like eating new food.
Right. Yeah. Like touch, taste as you go.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well put. Hell yeah.
Definitely, man. And it's funny you bring up the uniform thing, because I went to private high school, and I know what you mean about tweaking the uniforms as much as you can without stepping outside the lines that they combine you to. And I remember my thing was Tim's. Like, I always used to wear like Tim's in my uniform. You get detentions every week because we weren't supposed to wear boots.
Oh shit.
So I would step over that line, but I feel you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Uniforms was tough to be creative with, but I feel that. So like, looking at pieces as of this year, actually always watching your art, but more recently conversations that we've had and pieces that you've shown me, but throughout the time that I've known you and followed your art, it seems like your art tends to imitate life.
Mm-hmm.
And would you say that your art imitates your life, or is it like visions that you have that you want to portray with the brush?
It's like both of them, honestly, because obviously some of those, I'm basically collaging so many like of my thoughts. I feel like I'll be tweaking out all day. Like, I'm just like, I should do this, I should do that. And it's the same with a painting. It's almost like, I like that photo. But then I might like this setting in here. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, so I guess I am trying to tell a story, but it's just like all these things combined in a sense that we already seen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not just like starting from scratch and just being like, whipping as I go. This is gonna be that. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but I don't think nothing's wrong with how I'm doing it as well.
Yeah, me neither. I love it because it's so like it's like you're using your imagination, but you're also using your memory.
Right.
And you're putting those two things together to create something entirely new.
Right, and it's like clothes in a sense, like how I kind of, think about logo flips. You know what I mean? I think it's like expressing that part as well, like a logo flip, like how are you going to tweak it? We already seen this before, but how do you add your version to it? And it's just, that's kind of how I'm seeing things.
Yeah. And I've noticed that pattern in your art, and I really appreciate it because I feel like I kind of do a lot of the same things. Although I'm not a visual artist, but like when I get dressed, it's a similar thing. Like stuff in my memory, like watching like a Pharrell, like skate tape or something, and seeing like the way he would do a baked tee with some jeans or something like that.
Right.
and then something that I've never seen before that I've had a vision about, you know what I'm saying, and putting it all together, and it becomes a whole fit. You know what I'm saying?
And that's you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like paying homage, low key,
Yes.
for real, especially if you like tell the truth. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I like this. It's basically just telling the things you like.
Yeah.
But how is it you?
Right.
So.
How is it you?
Yeah.
I respect that, man. I appreciate that sentiment because I can relate to it.
I like your shoes. That's what I would do.
I wanted to touch on like when you started to get into fashion design, like how did it come about? Like, what was your first piece that you made? Why did you make it? And then where did it go from there? And where are we now with fashion?
So when you say in the beginning, should we start like drawing on a T-shirt?
Yeah.
Them days,
Like the beginning to me.
I used to get paid in middle school. Literally, I would draw like those. I don't know if y'all did that at our middle schools. The middle schools I went to, we would like have like, you know how people had those like books that would. Everybody would write like, "Hey, I love you. This is why you're great. See you next year, hopefully," or some shit like that, right?
Type
Yeah, but I'll make a T-shirt. I'll put like the Boondocks on there or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Or a Tweety Bird or something. You know what I mean? I have people sign those.
Yeah.
Sign my damn shirt. Like, you know
that's
what I
fire,
mean? Like, but imagine now you got everybody like just signing T-shirts because you got one. You know what I mean? But I ain't really charging shit. I'm really just charging like, you know, like I got your lunch yet. I got that extra damn ice cream. You know what I'm saying?
Like, forget about me.
Yeah, exactly. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then really fast forward a little bit to probably about college. Because all between then I was just buying clothes, selling clothes. But then I tried to make my own clothing line in college. It was called Junkie Lifestyles. That's because that was what I was on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For real. But then we fast forward from there. I probably only made like what? A Scully and a T-shirt and a hoodie with Junkie Lifestyles, and then after that we moved to Ugly. And then we can kind of fast forward a little bit to now.
Yeah.
At least I don't know if I'm answering the question. I'll be starting rambling.
No, you are. That was the perfect segue actually, because I was gonna do that. I was gonna say, so now that we're at Ugly, how did Ugly come about in the first place? That's my first question. I just want to hear that. Like, where did it come from? How did it come about?
It was just me at first. It's really just me talking to myself, and I think it's relatable to others. And I think it's just a message that it's like giving advice. Love yourself, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, trust yourself in all the things you're doing. Obviously, put God first, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know?
Absolutely.
And trust yourself, trust your gut. But it started off, you know, as a joke. As men joking with each other. We're not going to be like, you ugly. You know what I mean?
Ugly.
So it's just like I just adapted that part.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, started trying to figure out, I like making stuff. But then just also figuring out maybe a brand, maybe what does this mean to relate to other people, sort of thing. And then that's where we get back to the acronym of you gotta love yourself.
Yeah.
And that's Ugly.
I love that energy, man. And I'm so glad that we got to capture this because so many people probably wanted to know the story and didn't get to hear it. I'm sure a lot of people have heard it from you that you are personally close to, but it's going to be nice that this is going to get to be expressed by you and seen on a larger platform because it's a beautiful message.
Man, appreciate that.
Same. I appreciate you, bro. And what's the future of, like, where are we going next with Ugly? And where are we going next with visual art too? Like, what is it going to take to get to that next step? So basically asking you, where are we going? and what's it gonna take to get there with visual art and Ugly as a brand?
So it's always just kind of like grow with me, like a series. It's almost like your favorite series. I would imagine that you would want to keep going on, and you just gotta grow with it.
Yeah.
So like right now, I feel like I started off with like a lot of doodles. My doodles were some of the T-shirts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as you saw, as the art progressed, and I'm learning more about graphics and design and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We just maturing it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This the this the new sweater.
Yes.
I don't know. It's still like, what, you know, it's the artist flow.
When you came in, I noticed it right away. Like I told you earlier, like I seen the piece and I just seen the lines from under the jacket. I was like, man, those lines are crazy. Like, I really like structure. You know what I'm saying? Like things, the way things align. I'm not a designer by any sense, in any sense of the word.
I don't think I am either, to be honest. For real, for real.
That's interesting.
I'm just having fun. For real. As long as I like it. Like, like even not the end product, but just I like the process. Like that's what I want to do. I don't know.
Yes.
Like it's like somebody's free time. What do you like to do? Maybe it might be sleeping and shit.
Right.
But I want to get these damn thoughts out of my head at the end
Yes.
of the day. But then also maybe potentially make some money, right?
Definitely. There's purity in the process.
Right.
And I always got that from you. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we talk about anything, any endeavor that you're working on or that I'm visually looking at, I can see the purity in the process, and I always appreciate the way it manifests with you.
I appreciate that.
No, facts, man. So on the sweater, so tell us about it. Like, what's the materials? What's the meaning of the piece? What are we looking at right now? Looking at the camera.
So my grandfather passed away at the beginning of this year.
Mm-hmm. Sorry to hear that.
Thank you, but I'm actually cool. I don't know. We all gonna die at some point. That's guaranteed. I feel like he already left an impression. I learned a little bit in the time I knew him, but this is probably just gonna be like a homage piece to him. Like I don't know. I did some glasses after my uncle. He didn't die, but I was just like I don't know. I was hanging with him a lot, so I'm just doing stuff like, that's why I said it's almost a come as you go thing.
Yeah.
But let's say, it's just like looking at, I don't know, being kind of a creep, taking a picture, like, when you look at somebody's, you going past somebody's crib at nighttime, or you're just looking at your neighbor.
I see it now, okay.
Yeah, so it's like, it's got like music notes through the window.
Wow.
I don't know, just to show like they blasting music or whatever.
Right.
You got like another window with a chair, table, glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Somehow it got cut out, but it was like a fruit bowl. Just when you just see the silhouette, basically, it's almost a silhouette. And you got a person. We could say it's me with afro. I don't know. Somehow I got a little bit of chest here, but closing the blinds.
Yeah.
And then, you got the background of it, like other buildings.
Right.
Somehow it got cut out too, but these are like windows. Yellow's windows, and then it's like a bush tree, just like showing that other side of what's on even the other side of the fucking buildings.
Damn.
Just the silhouettes of shit.
I love that, and I love how your mind is not confined to one thing. Like it's such a round vision. You know what I'm saying? It's not linear. It's just like.
I appreciate
well,
it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you helped me even be able to put this together as far as like words go. So.
Word.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. I love that. What are the materials?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Cotton. It's what they call it, jacquard. Whatever the fuck the word is. I'm pretty ignorant with vocabulary.
I love it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just happy more. It's not even to me. It's actually great quality too, but
It looks like it.
I'm more of like I said, I'm happy about the process of it. Like it was like I learned how to do the shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like I learned how to. I never thought I can get. How you get this idea to that?
Yeah.
I'm more into the stuff that part.
Yeah.
So not to be ignorant of it, I was just like, yeah, I ain't. I'm glad you asked. I'm like, yeah, it's just good shit.
It is.
I don't know.
I love that. I love that because the ribbing, the fit, you know what I'm saying? That's how I would rock a sweater, personally, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it, it's like, that's how I want my sweater to fit me.
Oh, well, appreciate it. We see what I'm saying? Like, we try to grow.
100.
Yeah, we try to grow.
That's dope, man. You mentioned your uncle earlier, and I think he was a model, right? In one of your shoots.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak on that a bit?
So, yeah, my uncle got like this land, like he's from my neighborhood, and it was like the first for real black man in person that I could touch and be like, talk to, that I could be like, oh, I seen you, nigga, how you get this? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we see it on the phones and shit like that, but do you be like, oh, do I know this person where I can go to his house and be on their shit and on their shit, where it's like, it's almost manifested. You can be like, you know, you can get in that car and be like, I want that. You gotta go get in it and see.
Yeah.
Same thing with him. It was like, and then I had a velour suit, so I was like, this is Unc Rob's watering his grass, like player shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
I love it.
and then we just told that story. Just like, I don't know. I was watching a lot of what was it, Sopranos and Goodfellas, and the velour suit felt right with Unc in it, not me in it. Like, we know what we gonna be able to look like in it, but just as far as like, I don't know, one day I maybe want to do a magazine or something like that. So it's like, even just to have that image, that, you know, and
yes.
It's a painting, shit. It's a damn painting too. I don't know. I be painting like after a photo, so
Definitely.
you know, stuff
I love
like
the way that turned out, man. Like, it was just so inspirational.
Thank you.
No, 100%. And the way you told the story, as far as he was the first person that really, like, you could reach physically and mentally, emotionally, you know, connectively, all that.
Right.
I could see that through the imagery. You know, so I could see the admiration for your uncle through the imagery. When I looked at it, I was like, yo, I see this. I feel this.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, that's the goal, I would say.
Yeah.
I think, to get to those points again and again.
And again.
That means a lot. Appreciate it.
No, sure. Thanks. Who would you like to see in your seat? Like, who would you like to see on the show next?
I got a great friend named Casper. I mean, he's family.
Yeah.
Casper could be one for sure. That would actually be, yeah. We just did some new stuff, so yeah, that would actually be great. Casper has a brand called Gutter.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be dope.
Bet. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love
dope.
Casper's work. You know, like, he's an amazing artist as well. And birds of a feather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I did that. I ain't gonna lie, I got literally that feather with one of my friends when I was like 15.
Damn.
For that exact, and I be forgetting that quote. But what is it again?
Birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly. And I kind of, yeah.
That is organic as fuck.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because, I mean, just me knowing both of y'all, and that's the saying that came to my mind. You actually had a tat that you connected with a homie from. That's wild.
Yeah. I was wild. I'm like, yeah, when I was 15, I did that. My teacher was like, you ain't doing shit. I'm like, damn. Like, ooh, like.
When she saw your tattoo, she said,
yeah. She was like, you 15, doing some wild shit. You remember, that's before they was like, you're not supposed to tattoo below the elbow.
Yeah.
You know? You're not going to get a job. So it was like, okay, well, fuck it. I don't want to do what you're doing.
Fuck it, I don't want a job.
A job.
Salute the job, though. I fuck with the job, though. I ain't going to fuck around.
No, yeah, shout out. Because, like, even what you were telling me about what you're doing with the kids, and if you want to touch on that a bit before we go, like, because that's actually a great outro. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like what? TA, teacher assistants with children, therapeutic kids, all males, all males of all colors. And it's just really just teaching them how to be a good person. You know, I ain't gonna say I'm the best person, but I just think like common manners, giving them a chance, not even teaching them to be a good person. It's just like exposing them to things that could help, I guess, be a good person.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's actually nice though. I like it. I love it.
That's dope,
Pretty
man.
dope.
And we need more of us. When I say us, I mean black men, you know, and men of color in general, like that represent that role model figure. Because a lot of times, some of us aren't blessed with those figures in our life, and sometimes we lean on our peers to teach us things, and sometimes that could be the blind leading the blind.
Right.
So it's nice to have somebody of season and of knowledge earned and learned like yourself, giving that game to the next generation. And I commend you for that, bro. Like I really respect that.
Appreciate it. Thank
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
No, definitely. Well, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Love.
Yo, what up, bro?
What's good? What's good? What's your name?
Alex, bro, Alex.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, bro.
How you found out about the brand?
Let's link up, bro. I found it up there. I can't believe I found it, man. I'm a big fan of your art, big fan of everything you do, bro.
Appreciate it for
Yeah,
sure.
bro.
Check it out though.
Let me check it out. Hey, man. It looks good. I love your stuff, bro. I love it. I love
Yes,
it.
sir. Thank
Hey,
you. Appreciate it.
that's it,
Thank
bro.
you.
Appreciate you linking with me, bro.
Yeah.
And here you go, bro. You got it. If I decided to slip off, we both died.
Look at you.